Success begins with believing in yourself. Face the storms, embrace the struggle. Every failure is a stepping stone. Write down your goals. They are your roadmap. Look in the mirror. See your potential. Climb every mountain. Overcome every challenge.